everybody, it's Kelsee Briana J, and today I'm going to be doing a review and look using some products from the new Natasha Denona Mini Love Story collection. And this is the expansion collection from her Love palette that she launched around this time last year. But she has now come out with a few different pieces to add on to that and give you more love, more Valentine's Day-ish, more pinkness, and it's so good for those of you all who are in love with the pink things, because now is your time to shine. Because look at this packaging. It is metallic pink. I think it is really cute though. You know, it's kind of like right on the edge of being pink to purple, so I can tolerate it a little bit more. So this launch includes the Mini Love eyeshadow palette, which includes shimmers and matte eyeshadows. Of course, I'm going to go ahead and insert swatches of this, that way you all can see each one. So I think the names of the eyeshadows are super cute. The names are You Are My True Love, if you just read it out, and I think that's just adorable, and I'm not even a sappy sap. So we have that, as well as the Love Cheek Duo, which again, she has this really cute, like, what do you call these things? Shake 'em ups, glitters, globes, snowballs. It's not coming to me. It's not coming to me. Ornaments, no. Basically, you can shake it and the stuff falls down on the inside, and you can just really have a good old time looking at that, especially if you're a baby. You could keep a baby entertained with this for like an hour. But this retails for $42, and it is a duo of a cream blush product as well as a highlighter. The highlighter is a powder product, but I think it's super cute because it has hearts embossed on it, and the color combination is right up my alley because it's a nice corally peachy gold color combo. And then she gave us a new lipstick shade also with the pink packaging. This one is in the shade Amorosa, and this retails for $25. The best way that I can describe this formulation is a creamy matte. So it's like if somebody took a matte lipstick but then just kept on sprinkling just a little bit of cream in there, just add just a little bit of butter on there. That's what you get with this formula. So it's very smoothing, but it's not necessarily a satin, and it's not necessarily a matte either. It's right there in the centers. Let's go ahead and jump into the tutorial, and then at the end of the video, of course, I'll share my final thoughts about everything, and I'll also give you all a few little comparisons here and there, let you all know what I think about everything that we used here. So let me know down in the comment section if you plan on picking up anything from this collection, and I hope that you all enjoy this video. Mwah. Let's zoom, zoom, zoom and do our eyes first. I'm going to go in with the shade R first. Ooh, she pigmented. I got a blending brush. It's a pretty fluffy blending brush. I'm just going to, Natasha, this is pigmented and I was not ready. All right, so I'm just going to take this just, you know, ever so slightly, I suppose, in my crease, and then gently begin to diffuse it up. And I'm going to use this as my crease color as well as my transition color. And I can tell you right off the bat, I mean, looking at that shade in the pan, I didn't know that it was going to give me all of what it just gave, but it gave me a lot of things. It's giving. So I'm just going to go back and forth and blend this out. And this is going to be the first shade that we do. So boom. Okay. Now let's take my, ooh, these are very, 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 very pigmented. So be very careful. So I'm going to take this on the very outer corner. Let's blend this around. Okay, purple. I didn't know this was a purple palette. Y'all, I honestly didn't even look at what I bought. I just bought it because I knew that you all would want to see a video on it. I opened up the cheek and highlighter thing. I was like, oh, it's cream. I didn't know. So yeah, I wasn't ready. But so far, so good. That's what I like. I like this right on the outer corner. This good purple, seductive combination already coming through. So I'm going to go ahead and do that to the other side. I am so impressed so far, because when I say I thought this was about to be a pink palette and it's giving me all types of purple realness, I like it. I think I'm going to have to dive into some pink though. So I'm going to go into Love with the flat shader brush, and then go in with this shade all on the lid area. So I'm just going to fill in that little space, okay? You know, just take my time. Do it right, you can do it, baby. What y'all know about that? Alright, so just go back and forth with the color to the lid, because you don't want to see any gaps or anything like that. You know, you want to make sure that everything is seamless and everything is packed on to the best of its ability, because you don't want it to look splotchy. And then when you get right here on the outer corner, you can kind of tap on that area if you want to make it more blended, or if you want to make it more so cut, then you can just fill in that area. And then don't worry about trying to blend it together, because that's the look that you're going for. You know, so it's all up to you. I think I want to leave mine a little bit more cut today and just focus on getting this color in this little nook that I have available. So there's that. Now I'm going to go into True. Pop that right on the inner corner. Ooh, she's giving romance. I love that. And then on the center, I have to go in with this shade right here just because it's calling my name. It took everything in me not to put that on my lid, but I was like, okay, I'm going to use all 5 colors, Kelsey. And if you use that color on the lid, then it's going to limit your look. I was like, okay, that's my internal dialogue, right? So I'm just going to take that on the center very carefully, okay? I'll probably go over it a few times just to build it up, you know, pack it on, things like that, but not too much. And then I'm going to go back into my. Hey, all right. And I'm going to take that right here, connect it to the top. But I'm going to go ahead and add a little bit of liner and lashes, and I'll be right back, and we can try out the other products. Okay, so now let's get into these cheeks. And I think this duo is so beautiful. Look at this design. Look at that. It's so pretty. I love the embossing on the highlighter, and that highlighter looks like it's calling my name. So I'm going to go in with that first. And I'm just going to take like a little small detailer brush and make it do what it do. I can already tell you right now, it's one of those things where you just have to get through the top layer of the design to really, really work into it and get that highlighter going. But once you break through, it gives you what you need. But you know, it might take a little bit of elbow work right at first. Let me get my Rudolph on. Excuse me. Okay. I did not realize this was a cream product until I opened it up. I was like, oh, this is cream. So I'm going to go in with a synthetic angled brush. This is by Royal & Langnickel. This is a BOM 120 brush. And I'm just going to pick up just a little bit of this. And, ooh, ooh. Oh, that's so pretty. I love this. Oh, it's so beautiful. Oh, yes. Yes, yes, and get more yes to this. Super simple. You know, sometimes you got to be hesitant with these cream blushes because they can kind of eat through your makeup, make it look splotchy, but this just went right on, no issues. So I'm glad about that. The last thing that we need to get into are these lips. I've had on some lip balm, so let me remove that. Ooh, Amorosa. That's a sexy name, all right? So let's see. Ooh, okay, this is pretty. Oh, that's pretty. Perfect. And I don't even feel like I need a lip liner with that. And that's that on that. Beautiful. I love this look. It's so pretty. Let's zoom out and let's talk about my final thoughts about everything. Because I do have some thoughts, you know. But, you know, here we go. Model, model, serve, Vogue, pose. Okay, I'm done. No, I'm not. Let's talk about it. Lipstick. Love the lipstick. This is one of my favorite formulas of lipstick, and I feel like Natasha has done it so right with her neutral line that she has come out with. She has so many different neutral tones. So even if you do not favor this particular lipstick, she has so many that she offers in her permanent line, but I think this one is absolutely gorgeous. You all see it on me right now. It is the perfect neutral pink for me because it's not too pink. It's giving me just a hint of that, and that allows me to not have to wear a lip liner. Now, if you have a deeper complexion than me, I would recommend wearing a lip liner so it doesn't look too concealery, but I feel like a lot of people will be able to get away with wearing this shade with no lip liner just by itself and letting this color stand out and be the star of the show. So I really like it. Feels very comfortable. It is like this really beautiful, luscious formula that is not super satiny and thin, and it's not overly drying and matte. It's right there in the middle. It's a great hybrid, very comfortable, nice and opaque. These lipsticks last really well, and I love it. And this color is just great. Love Cheek Duo is popping. popping. When I say this right here just really warmed my soul, because when I put it on, I wasn't sure if I was gonna like it because this color looks really vibrant, one, and then two, with cream products you do have to kind of go in a little bit hesitant at first. Like, I totally understand why people who are not professional makeup artists just really get intimidated by cream blush products, because it can be a little bit daunting, especially if you've already put in so much work with the rest of your makeup only to put on a cream product on top of that, and it just makes holes and it makes, you know, separation, and it's just not cute. But fear not, this is very user friendly. You all saw me go in with the light hand and just be able to apply it. It didn't move anything. There was no disruption, and it just applies so beautifully, almost like a powder, but it gave me an even softer finish. And so I am in love with this. And then the highlighter right here is just beautiful. Like, can we get into these reflects of this golden peachy type luminescence? It's giving me the same type of shade shift that you see with like NARS Orgasm, but this one is that really nice wet dry, super smooth, triple milled, quadruple milled type formula where you don't see any glitter particles in it, and I love that so much. So it's just a smooth sheen. You don't have to worry about that if you have texture here, and so I really like this one as well. Like I said, it does have that design, which is beautiful to look at, but you do have to work through it in order to get the full amount of opacity that you can get from this product. But it's no problem, because if you just go, you know, a few times, it'll get on your brush and it will show up. So just get through this beautiful design. I know it's gonna hurt your feelings to do it because it's so pretty, but you know, if you're trying to actually use the product, so that is something that you're going to have to do. But other than that, this is a bomb, and dare I say, I think this is the star of the collection, and I'm loving this, I think, the most. So with that being said, let's talk about this Mini Love palette, which I really like the way that my eye look turned out. I think it's very beautiful, but I'm going to be 100% honest with you all. Even though I was super impressed with the matte eyeshadows, I did feel like the shimmer eyeshadows gave me quite a bit of fallout. And it's not a deal breaker because it was definitely workable. And especially if you're willing to go in with some sort of adhesive or setting spray just to really foil it and give it a little bit more of a smoother appearance and application. And for $25, I'm down with that. I feel like this is a really nice eyeshadow palette. I love the color story. Very cohesive color story, might I add. So you can do a few different looks with this, and I feel like all of the colors just really work well with each other. So it's not too much of a learning curve here if you're not a type person that's super creative with eye looks. You know, you're like, okay, I don't know what to do with my eyeshadow palettes. This eyeshadow palette is kind of self-explanatory. You can get in there, get your really nice, beautiful, flirty eye look going, and keep it moving. And so with that being said, I don't feel like this palette is a necessity. It's a nice palette. If you don't already have all of Natasha Denona's other purpley pinkish type eyeshadow palettes, you could grab it. It's only $25, but only grab it if you truly see yourself using it, because I definitely could have created this eye look that I have on right now using either the blue purple palette or even the original Love palette, because it gave me a very, very similar vibe. So I don't feel like I necessarily needed to have this, and most of you all who keep up with all of the launches really don't need to have it either, unless you're a super avid collector and you just have to have every single palette just to make yourself feel complete in your collection. But I was pleasantly surprised with it. It gave me a little bit more purpleness to it than I thought it was going to, but even still, I still don't feel like I needed to have it in my collection. And same thing with the Love collection last year. I said in that video that beyond this season, I don't really see myself reaching for this palette a lot. And honestly, I cannot even tell you one time last year that I reached for that palette. Granted, last year was a wild one. You know, we really weren't going anywhere like that, but I still was doing my makeup enough for me to at least have used it one or two more times out of the 366 days we had last year, because last year was leap year, but I did it. Let me know your thoughts on everything down in the comment section. Are you all a fan of Natasha Denona's mini palettes, or do you just save all of your coins for the larger palettes? I myself am not mad at the mini palettes, but I do adjust my expectations when I get them, because I do know that they are at a lesser price point, so it's not going to give you the same exact quality as her larger palettes do. too. So with that being said, I don't go in looking for $100+ quality in a $25 eyeshadow palette. So I'm almost always satisfied with them. But sound off down in the comments section, and I will check you all in my very next video, which will be super, super soon. Smooches. Bye.